Hey guys, Accountability Angel here. Listen to what Tom Henson from WLPO had to say about me after bullying me for several months now.
This is 1039 WLPO's For the Record with Tom Henson.
As I wrap up the third year of For the Record, I take a quick look back at some of the bigger stories from this year, 3 in particular. And you're going to hear samples of those For the Record installments from March, July, and October. I'll follow each of the stories with a hope for 2022 for those people mentioned in the stories. Hang on.
This is just one of repeated attacks from Tom Henson, Jeremy Aiken, and Rod Thorson, all from WLPO.
In March, a person who sees herself as a First Amendment hero and crows about it on a YouTube channel got into a tussle at the LaSalle County Courthouse. Now, this person takes it upon herself to antagonize and abuse public employees, including law enforcement officers, bailiffs, security guards, deputies. Now, apparently, in her mind, she employs them, and so apparently she thinks she can mistreat them. She goes to taxpayer-funded places like courthouses and police stations and sheriff's departments, and she goes there exclusively to video what happens there when she walks in with a video camera. Now, any rational person would not intentionally antagonize public safety officers just because she can. And certainly any rational person would not cause such a ruckus at a courthouse that an officer should have to be taken to the hospital, as one did in March in LaSalle County. And then the person claimed that the sheriff had kidnapped her. I mean, who would do all this?
Hello world, Accountability Angel here.
The Accountability Angel is Angel Farmer. She's accused of battery and obstructing a peace officer when back in March she and her brother Jacob Farmer appeared at the LaSalle County Government Complex, tried to force their way in. They weren't following safety and COVID protocols. Farmer said she was simply trying to turn in a complaint. Now, back when all this happened, Rod Thorson had Angel Farmer on the air during our morning program, and I used parts of that interview to do that week's installment of For the Record. Here's how it sounded on March 14th of this year.
You seem to be intentionally provoking, or to be you're intentionally provocative when it comes to these government buildings.
Absolutely not. I would love for you to explain to me how you feel that way.
Well,
I'd love to hear it, because I hear that a lot, and I don't understand.
You are claiming some victim status, though. I mean, you say that,
I am a victim, and so is my brother. We were kidnapped. Our property was taken, unlawfully held. I have proof that they lied on their search warrant as well, trying to pretty much trick the judge. And it seems like they were able to do so by their lies. But they claim that they wanted video footage from my body camera and the cell phone from March 8th from an incident inside by the metal detectors. I never made it inside. I was outside when they kidnapped me, and I was outside the entire time because they were impeding my movement.
So as she's talking about this incident from last Monday, she's talking about having a cell phone video going and a body cam video. Where's a body cam unless you're trying to not just document something, but try to find something worth documenting, try to find some offense? That's provocative behavior. It looks to me like she's of the same mind of many hardcore people who understand that they have rights and generally have a good grasp of what those rights are. And then they scream about their rights being violated when professional law enforcement acts as they can be expected to act. It's a building that houses criminals, suspected criminals, the officers charged with keeping vigilant to keep them and the public safe. And there's courtrooms, and there are bailiffs and elected officials and employees and everyday citizens with business at the courthouse. Shouldn't you exercise a little bit of common sense? No one is saying you don't have the right to be there. But if you present yourself provocatively or in a way that's unclear or unusual or suspicious to the people whose job it is to protect the building and the people in it, shouldn't there be consequences? People like this aren't being denied their rights. They're begging for attention. You see, behaving badly is good for clicks. Back now to present time. So I would wish for the so-called accountability angel and her brother to grow up. and recognize that doing things just because you can doesn't mean you should.